Yo, what's going on? Welcome back. Time for free agency. I don't know how much I'm going to get done. I'm hoping to simulate a little bit of the season, but it's going to start off with a trade. Now, we need to fill out the bottom six. I wish it could be filled a little bit more long term. Recently we've been getting a few players on a 1 year, 2 year kind of rental. Zykov, Draisaitl, probably gonna be here. Zykov we got on a long-term deal. Hopefully gonna get Draisaitl locked down long-term as well. And 3.9, he'll probably get, I hope not, but he might end up wanting more than 4 million. Zykov is getting 3.4, so they're gonna get paid a lot. I get that the rest of the bottom six won't be too outstanding, but I do want the bottom six to be nice. Definitely gonna try and work towards that. But one trade I got, this Nedelik, whatever his name is, guy, is starting to be 80 plus. So he's good enough to play in the NHL. We gotta get rid of him because we got Pickard, who's better. And he's locked down for basically the length of whenever I decide to stop doing this. So I'm going to keep him. New York, I think, is a pretty good team. Now, two of these guys, Halverson and Vishnetsky, could play. But, they got Ranta. They're going to need another guy to fill out the team. And the Nedelik guy can play backup or starter if he has a jump. Plus, long-term, he might be able to turn into a goalie for them. So, I think it's a good move. Now, I'm going to get Grabner. He's 31, but he's got a 2-year contract. So, it's semi-short-term. I like his stats, though, Offensively, he's just mediocre. Senses I like. He can play a bit of defense. Physical, skating's good. He's just, he's an all-round player. I don't know about Sniper. His shooting isn't quite there. I might change him to a two-way forward. I'm not too sure, but 3 million for 2 seasons. He's 31, so I don't think he's going to decline that much. It's a good trade. Now, I have kind of looked into the trade. I haven't tried it, but I looked into it. I'm going to need to take back a goaltender, basically the one with the least amount of trade value. So it looks like this AHL starting goalie. I will take him. Now, what are we going to give back? There's a forward on the team. Let me go down here, or let me go by overall. Daniel Winnick. He's 82, but a depth forward. I think he's a bottom 6 guy, but, we can get rid of 1.7 cap space. With that, we're not completely taking on too much, because I would like to sign some good guys, and I know I'm going to have to give Skinner a lot of money. So, we're taking back 3 million, but we're going to give back around 2. And if I can, I'm actually going to get him to retain a bit of salary. What if we make him retain, is that even worth it? What if they do, 25? Even if they could retain that, that would be nice. I'd like to get him to retain about $1,900,000. If they could do that, that would be quite nice. They don't want any of our guys. So I'm kind of hesitant to ask for any more, but the trade value does look like it's on our side. I'm going to ask them to retain as much as possible. Trade rejected. Yeah, I didn't expect them to accept that. I'll go down to 25%. And they did accept it perfect. So basically, shedding a bit of cap and a goalie we're not going to use for a pretty decent bottom 6 guy. All right. I wasn't planning on making another trade, actually. Just my pre-scouting before recording, I was only going to do the one trade, but I happened to just look around for the sake of it, and I came across Curtis Lazar. Now, I've had him before, but, I'd like to get him. All right. I was only going to make the one trade, actually, but just after doing that trade, I was looking around the league and I came across this trade I think is pretty good for both teams. So Ottawa is a rebuilding team. We're a hopeful team. Hopefully, no pun intended there, trying to get to a contending team. I don't know if we're going to get there, but hopefully we can get there by the beginning of next season. Now, Curtis Lazar, I know I've had him in the past, but he's only a bottom 6 guy. You know, it's not like getting a Jack Eichel, for example. 1-year deal, pretty cheap. I know, I hope it doesn't turn out to be just a 1-year rental. I really hope that he can get about the same amount of money next season as well. I hope he doesn't ask for too much. We're going to be giving them a starting goalie. One of the guys I just drafted. And again, I mean, the beauty of kind of drafting those goalies in the draft, they're perfect trade bait. They got a good amount of trade value, and a lot of teams want them. Along with them, I'm just giving up some AHL guys, some unsigned guys and goalies just to add to the deal, just to sweeten it up a bit. They want them as well. And I'm going to be getting back Ben Harper. I'm going to ask to retain salary because $1 million for an AHL guy isn't the best, but his defensive stats are up there. 24, you know, it's only AHL top 2. So he might not get any better, but it is high potential. He could turn out to be a top 6 guy. If he does, he'll be a really cheap option. Like I said, I'm going to ask them to retain salary. If they don't, I'm not going to get him. I know it's only $1 million, but I really think we can put that $1 million just into a better investment for the team. If they do this trade, though, I would love it, and they rejected. So, okay. That's okay. I'll offer them a draft pick. Not a good one, but just a depth draft pick. You know, I'll offer him this guy. I'll give him this, Cass, whatever his name is, a bottom 6 grinder. You know, he probably won't turn out to be much. He's got a little bit of value, though. He does have value. I'll add him to the deal. And okay, they do accept it. So perfect. 2 trades. I wasn't really expecting to make trades, not even like an hour ago, but that's the way I'm going about it, I guess. And the bottom 6 is looking a lot nicer. So the team is actually, after those trades, fucking good. We didn't really improve that much, but we filled out the spots we needed quite nicely. Now, in net, you know, we already got it locked down. Murray and Pickard. Murray played fucking lights out last postseason, so I believe in him to do it again. Now, defensively, we have 5. Falk, Hannafin, Feecey, Brody, and Slavin, right? The same as last season. However, we do have quite a lot of options to go for the 6 defensemen. We got Dalbec, so he's the kind of last option, but, you know, 81 overall, not the best, but he could play. Harper, who I just acquired, and only $7 million on a 2-year deal. If he does grow, then perfect, right? His defensive category is already there, physical's already there, and skating. You know, he's got a bit of a shot. You know, if senses and puck skills can just go up half to maybe 1 star, you know, he could be a top 6 guy. Dalbec, by the way, again, under $1 million. So very nice there. And then we also have Bean and McCowan, who both could end up having to jump into offseason. You know, it's realistic for both of them to become a top 6 defender. They're both 79. So there's 4 different options, plus Liljegren. Now, he might be the most unlikely option, but he could have a pretty good jump. So, you know, there's 5 very cheap defensemen, all of them under $1 million. So if we end up using that's my plan, we got 5 options. I mean, the odds of none of them working out isn't very good. You know, I think at least one of them is going to work out for us. And if they don't, you know, I can just make a trade at the beginning of the season. We do have a goalie still, a fringe starter. We have a backup goalie. So, you know, put that trade value together. It's not too much, but it's enough to get a top 6 defenseman. So we got goalie and defenseman locked down. Forwards, with the addition of Skinner, and yes, I'm going to get him. Now that we made trades, I'm comfortable throwing a lot of money at him. So with the addition of him, the top 6 would be the same. The Binajad, Skinner, Granlund, Wendberg, Kane, Skinner. And then we'd have Draisaitl, Zykov, and Grabner, which would be a pretty filthy 3rd line. And then we're going to have Curtis Lazar. And, you know, we got Philip Deneau, who could play. We got Sebastian Aho, who could potentially have a jump. And I thought we had another one. Okay, maybe we didn't have another young guy. I thought we had another guy that could grow. But, you know, Gauthier. I completely went past him, my bad. And Gauthier could also end up being good guy to play. So really, we only need maybe one depth guy. So the bottom 6, Draisaitl, Zykov, Lazar, Grabner, there's 4. If we sign one more guy in free agency, that would be 5. And then we can basically do what we're doing with defense, hopefully gonna give one of these young guys a shot if they're gonna develop. So I like the plan, I like the team. It's honestly coming together, this free agency is coming together a lot better than I anticipated, definitely. So, Jeff Skinner, I need you, man. I need you to come back. You're a part of the team. He only wants a 2-year deal, which is quite nice. I'm okay giving him a lot of money. I'm gonna jack it up. Somebody's been telling me 2 episodes now. If they only want the money, you got to give them a lot. So I'm gonna give him a lot. 7.2. I'm gonna give him 7.2 million for 2 seasons. I know that that's a lot of money. I really hope it doesn't come back to bite us in the ass. But luckily, we only need him, right? Maybe another depth guy. And, I'd like to I was looking at a guy like maybe Janmark, Domsky, but now that we got some guys in trades, we don't have to overpay for these, bottom 6 guys. Somebody I want to go after, Alex Radulov. Come on, we need him back. He's a fucking beast. How has he done in this universe? Look at that, 50 and 60. I guess he had an injury this season. Only 30 points. He's 81. I recall him being like an 82, 83. Did he have a bad injury? But, if I'm only playing him on like the 4th line, I'm totally fine with getting him. I'm going to offer him a $1 million deal. Him and Skinner come out to be 8.2. So we'd be under the cap. Now, let me just take a look at the situation we got for next season. I believe we do have to sign some people next season. Oh, shit. Okay, we got Matt Murray next season. That is going to be a problem. What do we got in terms of D-man? We got Justin Falk. Luckily, he's the only one, right? So we got Falk and Murray. What about forwards? Oh my god. Wendberg, Draisaitl, Shen, Zibanejad, Lazar. I really hope we win next season. Looking at that, and again, right now, with Jeff Skinner, we're going to only have like 0.3 left over. Wow. Next season is definitely, I think, going to be a challenge here. So, I mean, now that I'm looking at that, I knew that we had Falk, but I didn't know we had that many people. So, Daniel Winnick, who cares about Daniel Winnick? Motivating, perhaps, and he liked it, okay, and then Grabner, I'm gonna go motivating as well. He didn't like it, shit, oh well, 1 for 2, I'll take it. But yeah, now that I'm looking at all that, we gotta go for it, and I made the moves I could. I think the guys we got for the bottom 6 are the best guys we could get at the end of the day. And making it realistic at the same time, I think I did the best I could. So, Alexander Radulov, he gets it, or he accepts it. Jeff Skinner, please. Please, let me check it out. Any other teams interested? There is 3 of them. Damn, okay, I gave him a lot of money, though. I gave him, I think, like 0.6, 0.7 more than what he wanted. We have another player meeting. I will do that. Oh, yeah, Radulov, that's who it's going to be. Okay. Radulov, okay, I just did motivating with somebody who was, like, over 30, a veteran. So, another veteran, I'm going to go assertive. And he liked it, okay. So, maybe with veterans, you got to give them tough love. Youngins, you got to sugarcoat it a little bit. Okay, I'll try that from now on. Skinner, please, don't do this, man. And he accepted. Perfect. I think that's going to fill out my team now. I'm going to make a couple signings just to fill out the AHL team. Nothing crazy at all. Literally just some 78, 77 type guys to make the AHL team competitive, but just double checking. Yeah, what? Wait, what? Salary cap, $4 million. That's odd. I thought I would have had... I have to check that out. But goaltending, 1-2. D-man, I didn't do any moves to D-man, so I know it's going to be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, there we go. And then forwards, now we got the Benajad, Skinner, Shen, Granlund, Kane, Wendberg, and then Draisaitl, Zykov, Lazar, where is he? Radulov, and then a youngin. Perfect. But, okay, so we got everybody signed. 4.4 million cap space. Is that correct? Let me go to free agency here. Why? What? I don't get that. If somebody knows what's going on there, please let me know. Apparently, I only have $2 million to spend, but at the same time, I have maybe buyout penalty. I see buyout penalty 2.3, but I haven't bought anybody out. So if you know what that is about, please let me know. We have $2 million, but I really see no reason to spend it unless it's a 1-year deal. You know, maybe we can get a defenseman for a 1-year deal. Yannick Weber. Again, we have the guys we need, but maybe just as an insurance. I don't think a forward. I don't think there's going to really be anybody available for $2 million. Because, I mean, Hyman, he only wants $2 million, 2.1, but 1 year, yeah, 2.2. We don't have enough. So, who's this Frigberg guy? Okay, no, yeah, I think I'm just going to go for a defenseman here. Maybe Yannick Weber, like I said. How much does he want for 1 year? Only $1 million. Okay. No teams are interested, so, yeah, I'll give you a $1 million contract. Exactly what you're asking for. I'll give you a little bit extra, 1.050. Again, it's only a 1-year contract, so I'm okay with spending that salary cap on him. I guess I could save it for a possible trade, but if we're going to make a trade and take on some extra salary, I'll just trade him to clear that up, right? So, hopefully he accepts. He's actually a good depth defenseman. Ah, fuck! So, okay. He didn't want that money. I don't know, that seemed odd to me as well. He went down money? I don't know what that's about. Quincy Folin? What are you looking like? He's a decent depth. I don't even know if it's worth it to sign one of these guys. I guess I will go ahead and sign Greening. Honestly, he's probably gonna be trade bait. I'll probably trade him somewhere around the deadline. And yes, that is realistic. Look at what Toronto's done the past couple seasons. But that's not the only reason I'm getting him. You know, I do think if none of the options, like if the youngins don't grow, we can just play Greening. Here's the fourth liner. 1.4 for 1 season, I think will be good. So, you know, we can potentially play him on the fourth line. He can also be injury depth. And, you know, maybe we can trade him for a 3rd round pick. Maybe package him to upgrade somewhere in the lineup. I'm not too sure. He did accept it. Nice. So I actually only made 1 extra signing, and it ended up actually being a goalie. Let me show you here. Mike Smith. Now, the reason I got him, it's a 1-year deal, $1.3 million. So again, I'm okay giving out that money. Only a 1-year deal. A year from now, we can have it back. The only reason I did that, we don't have any depth goalies. And God forbid Murray gets injured in the finals or just in the playoffs. It would be nice to have Mike Smith as a backup. I know we also have Picard, but just to be safe. You know, Lord forbid both of them somehow go down or Matt Murray gets injured and then Picard has to get pulled in a game. At least we got a veteran in Mike Smith, 85 poise. So I got him just as a backup to the backup. Alright, we are just about at pre-season. Time to check out the roster. Hopefully we have a couple surprises in terms of people jumping up in overall. I don't really expect anything crazy, but, you know, hopefully there is a couple surprises here, because for the most part I think it's going to be pretty simple. Let's go to goalies. Nothing here. I don't expect there to be anything for goalies. Mike Smith actually went down. That's kind of a shame, but, you know, he can play in the AHL. That's fine. Let's go to the NHL. Let's go to D-Man. So, no surprises. Oh, actually, there is. Okay, McCowan. So, I said one of them probably is going to end up being a top 6, and I was right. Thank God. So, Ronald McCowan can play. You know, he's on a 3-year deal. You know, under $1 million. I don't know how we really can turn down playing him. Defensively, he's okay. Defensive awareness needs some work. Offensively, I think he's okay. You know, all around, I think he's good. If he could just increase physical a little bit and defensive awareness a little bit, he would be a perfect top 6 guy. Aside from that, not many surprises. Hannafin, it looks like he's going to be at an 84, which is fine. I'm okay with that. It's just I expected a bit more, but that is a whole year of no improvement. But 7 years at 3.9, I'm keeping him. That is too good of a contract not to keep. At an 87 overall, you gotta keep him, especially since we're looking like we might be in cap trouble in the near future. He's essential. And then Justin Falk, he's good. You know, I at this point I have to keep him for the sole fact that he's the best defenseman we got. So in the system, what about Bean? So it looks like he's gonna stay put at least for now. That's about it. I'm gonna check on Liljegren in a minute. So let's go to offense. Maybe we can get an offensive surprise here. Zibanejad, Skinner, Shen, Granlund, Kane, Draisaitl, Wennberg, exactly the same. Zykov, exactly the same. Curtis Lazar, Grabner, oh, never mind. I thought I read it wrong. Yeah, Grabner the same. So, no surprises here. Radulov, did he dip a little bit? I think he was a 79. If he did, that's too bad, but we've seen him get points. I believe in him. In the system, so it didn't look like anybody really jumped. Aho and Roy both stayed the same. Actually, Roy jumped up a bit. He was a 76, but, you know, not NHL level. It's too bad, Sebastian Aho. I've seen what he can become. That's too bad there. Gauthier, okay, he actually did jump to be a 4th line, but oh, this is the guy, the fucking bum who can't play defense. Let me know about this guy. Do we give him a shot? It's crazy because, I mean, he's actually, aside from defense, he's good. Wow, damn, that sucks. It sucks. A power forward, I don't even know what type of player he is. What type of player is this? I got no idea. His attributes are just so scattered all over the place. I have no idea what type of player he is, but do I give him a shot? He's not going to have much trade value. I wouldn't think. I wouldn't think he'd have any trade value at all. I'm going to check that out, actually, while I check out Liljegren. But yeah, I don't think that he's going to have any trade value. Let me check it out. So let's go by overall here. Where is he? Gauthier? So he actually does. He actually does have trade value. What about Liljegren? What is he at, man? So a 77. Okay. I don't know why he must be in the CHL, I guess. Because I couldn't see him in the rosters, unless I'm just blind. But so he actually did jump up. He jumped up 7, I believe. Next year, he could be a top 6 guy. So I'm going to hold out on him again. I'm on the fence, you know, most of the time about to keep him or not. But he actually had a pretty good off-season. Hopefully he can have another good one. I think he can maybe replace McCowan. You know, possibly we can end up trading McCowan. Bean's got good trade value. You know, if we put McCowan, Bean, that fringe goalie, and let me go to forwards, and if we also put like where is he? Oh shit. Let me go overall. I think Gauthier. And you know, like Sebastian Aho. If we put all of them together, we can get a fucking good player. You know, even if you take out someone like maybe McCowan and you add in an NHL guy to upgrade, we could get great value back for them. Maybe I can trade them for draft picks, to acquire more young guys, just to trade for, other trades, just improve the trade bait. I'm not quite sure, but definitely some interesting things we can do. This is the lineup as of now. We got same top six. You know what the top six is. And then we got Grabner, Draisaitl, Zykov. That is an unreal third line. And that's going to get us a lot of depth, points, and goals. And come playoff time, I think that third line can be so clutch. Now, the fourth line, I think it's better than it is. Radulov, he's going to get points. I don't care. He's going to get points. I believe in him. Curtis Lazar, clearly an amazing bottom six guy. And then Philip Deneau. He's a decent player. He's the only one that's not, that in the best scenario, the most ideal, ideally I wouldn't have him, but, he's the only guy here I don't really want. But, do we put Gauthier instead of him? I don't know. Do I make a trade? Is it even worth it? A fourth line center? I mean, is this guy fine? Do I need to upgrade him? He is making 1.1. It's only 1 year, though. I don't know. Should I upgrade him? And then defensively, I don't think we got to make any trades right now. We just got to be patient on if Hannafin is going to grow, if McCowan is going to grow, if Bean is going to grow, and if Liljegren is going to grow. So the defensive core is only going to get better with time. But this is what it's looking like. Pretty standard. Let me know what you think of the lineup. Wow! Evander Kane! You liked the team meeting I did demanding! Times have changed. Thank you. Time for the regular season. I'm only going to be scouting 1 month, but I did want to get at least some simulating done. We start off with a 4-1 victory against LA. Very nice, 2-0. I expect this team to be damn good. I really do. I have high expectations. We lost in round 1, a competitive 6 games. We come back, round 2. I even forget, did we lose in 6 or 7? I forget, but on paper we were the better team. I think we couldn't beat them again. Let me put it this way. If I simulated that again 2 more times, I think we could have won those 2 times very easily and took the majority victory. I expect us to make the conference finals this year 5-3-1. Not too shabby. If we can win one of these, maybe both of them, that would look a lot better. So a 6-3-2 start. It's okay. Nothing too crazy. I'm gonna go 2 more games just because I like simulating. Let's check it out. Hopefully we can win both of them. Let's check it out. Toronto. We lose. Watch us lose 2 in a row and totally mess up the record. Okay, at least we win 1. There we go. I'm just going to do that. Just 1 extra week. Only 2 games. Why not? 7-4-2. Not much simulating, I know. I don't know what I'm going to do in the next episode. It might be a long simulation. I might be doing the whole season. Or I might be make a trade. I just don't know if it's going to be worth it to make a video up to the deadline. I don't know if that's going to be worth it. Because I just don't think there's going to be that much input needed. I think our team is just pretty simple at this point. I don't think any major moves need to be made. So, if a trade comes up, I'll make it. But I don't think 2 episodes from now will be in the postseason, is what I believe. But let me know what you think of the team. Any improvements, trades, what I fucked up on, anything. Let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next episode.